And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. Kevin Harlan here, along with Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, David Aldridge on our sideline. It's our pleasure to welcome in the sports guy, Bill Simmons, to our broadcast for a second straight year. It's an honor to have you here courtside with us.
I'm just excited that I got brought back. I felt like I was on Brook Lopez on the one-year contract last year, and then now you've invited me back.
But you've
another one-year contract.
You've reinvented yourself, though.
Yeah,
you can hit outside comments.
I tried to expand my range, you know, but so we'll see. We'll take it year by year.
We can't wait to hear it. D.A., take it away.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says, free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me, or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough, but that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. The Rockets perpetually knocking on the door. At what point, though, Bill, do you think their window will close?
I think that point happened in May of 2019. I think they had 2 years to win the title where everything was lined up for them. 2018, they're up 3-2 against the Warriors. The Warriors are tired. They seem like they're fading. They can't close. I think the key for them is the difference between being a regular season team and a playoff team. They're a great regular season team, but the playoffs every year become more and more complicated, smarter, more. You got to come up with a plan C, a plan D, a plan E as the series goes along, and their plan A is kind of what they ride with. They get tight, the crowd gets tight, things slow down. What's your plan B? And they haven't been able to figure that out.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Young in at the point guard. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against Indiana. Young outside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And that one falls for Young.
One of the most exciting, memorable players in college basketball history. Trae Young is incredible.
Here's Westbrook, rejected by Len. And they'll keep possession. Stolen by Len. Young outside. Atlanta gets it back. Here's Herter. Off target from outside. Got a piece of it. Tucker, the pass to Harden. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players,
and still stay competitive.
Build
so they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Shots good from Young. Here's Gordon. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami. To the paint, here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
For Atlanta, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Young against Westbrook. Great positioning on the putback. Land's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Capella. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Miami.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And there's the pass to Herter. Outside Collins. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Young for 3. It's good from long range. Young's got 8 points.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Passes it to Tucker. Kicks to Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
The throw good, James Harden. Bill, when it comes to opinions on Russell Westbrook's game, people have a lot of different points of view. What's your thought?
I mean, there's never been a more polarizing player in this generation than him. And I didn't think he was the MVP 2 years ago. I actually thought he was a little underrated last year. I voted for him for second team All-NBA because he just plays hard every single night. And he's frustrating. And he's going to do 7 things in a game that you don't like. And he takes too many shots. And he's hard to play with. But the force of personality and the intensity he has night after night after night in this league where everybody's load management and picking their spots, like I really respect it. So I've come around a little bit. I think I don't know how much longer it's going to last.
He's a warrior, isn't he?
Right, like one of those football running backs.
Yes.
It's like, oh man. And that's what it's like to watch Westbrook.
That's a good comparison. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Hawks, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference.
And I think for the Hawks, they've had a nice run here to start the season. Up there near the top of the standings and looking like they're comfortable.
More than comfortable. They look dangerous. This isn't a team that's going away anytime soon. Trust me on that.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Harden outside. Pass to Gordon. Over Hunter. Another shot. Rebound, Atlanta.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now, here's Collins. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Len's shot is off. Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. A shot off that time. Collins with some nice D. Hunter, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's deflected.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
And Herter gets it to go. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 4-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And a lot of that was game plan. Putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
They understood what the defense was trying to take away and game planned a great strategy to take advantage of it.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap, and you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall is the worst case scenario of it, but the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of 180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year from somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's 120. How are you going to put a good team around?
You can't maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like 32 million or something. Make it so that it's not
a
prohibitive.
percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32, even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people could compete better.
The Hawks leading by 5. Outside Collins. Out to the right wing. Herter. And the 3 off target.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. The 3 from Harden. That shot is off.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for P.J. Tucker. Green comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. Then for the Hawks, Damian Jones is checked in for Alex Len. Jabari Parker comes in for John Collins. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Herter. Now here's Jones. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The pass to Hunter. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Rockets trail by 7. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Capella. Back to Westbrook. And it's Rivers, top of the key. 6 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players were born in a country other than the United States. The talent is that broad all over the globe.
And Giannis was born on another planet. We don't know what planet
He is
he was.
otherworldly.
It wasn't Earth. I think he just got dropped from some satellite.
Oh.
Yeah, this all starts with
I love it, too. Don't you? I love the fact we've got players from Latvia and Greece and all over playing.
What's cool about it is they all kind of have distinct identities and quirks, and one of the things that makes somebody like Doncic so much fun to watch is he's not like anybody else. Like, he's close to James Harden, but he's also that step back 3 that he was taking that he's been making his whole life. Other than Harden, nobody was even really shooting it that way, you know? And I think there's an unselfishness with the European guys that is really useful for the way the American style.
100%
agree with
you.
They really, guys move without the ball. It's give and go, and it's not just like clear out, I'm up.
Yeah. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, Austin Rivers, the 10th overall pick in the 2012 draft, has turned into a nice combo guard, having the ability to play the 1 and the 2. This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Passes it to Capella. Over Jones. And it's Capella missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
The Hawks have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And the free throw, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 10. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
Here's Parker after Clint Capella's bucket. Cephalosha with the steal. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And at one point, seems like ISO basketball was falling out of favor, Bill, but the Rockets have made a cornerstone of their success, that very thing.
True. For the regular season. And
right,
for the
and then it
early
changes,
rounds.
doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, I do wonder if it's like the run and shoot with football, where it's this.
You don't trust it, maybe? You don't trust it?
Yeah, it's for the regular season. You're playing a team once. They don't have time to scout it for a bunch of weeks. But, you know, when you get to the playoffs, you're playing the same team 7 times.
Scouting gets better.
Yeah, and players, you just played it 2 nights ago. You did play it against the same offense. You
Good point.
pick up little tricks. And I really wonder if you can win 4 straight rounds doing it.
Now, here's Parker. No points in the game yet for him. Young's shot is off.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And Green gets it to go. Here's Young, and he also played a big role in their last game with Indiana. He dishes it to Parker. That shot off the mark. So Houston will take it the other way. Here is House, defended by Carter. Cephalosha passes to Green. Can't cash in from the high post. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Cephalosha's shot is good.
I mean, wonderful court vision. Sometimes Rivers gets locked in to finding his own shot. This time, finds the open man.
Now here is Carter. Pass to Young. From 15 feet away. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rivers against Carter. Rivers can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 8. Oh, the lob to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
At the elbow, Green. Here is House, covered by Parker. Shot clock at 6. House kicks to Rivers. Hits the three-point.
Not a pure shooter in the classic sense, but Rivers is a threat out there if you give him any room.
And the Hawks with possession here. They lead by 7. Young against Rivers. Young passes to Jones. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's House. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
The first one falls. And so House nails both of them. There's 18 seconds left in the first. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
You know, defensively, you try to do everything possible to get a hand up on Young's shot, but he just ignores the contact and plays through it.
With 1 on the clock, he can't get that one to fall. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the 2nd quarter. Young and Cramber in the backcourt. Parker out there with Reddish. And it's Jones in at the center position. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the 2nd quarter. And the pass to Reddish. Parker against Cephalosha. That's tipped outside. Jones. Dishes to Parker. Just 5 on the clock. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rivers looking over the floor. And the call will be against Damian Jones. That is his first foul of the game. Bill, was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really?
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Like anybody in your family or anybody you
No,
idolize?
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports.
Yeah.
So just kind of like, oh, do those 2 things
Did
together.
it in high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on. And around sophomore year, it felt like it started to get momentum. And that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I could get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29. Yeah.
Now, here's Parker. Harden missing his last shot. Back to Parker. Fires from the corner. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. Pass to Collins. Now here's Parker. Tight defense on him. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Monday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets.
And that matchup against the Heat, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That free throw missing. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Rivers. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Hunter's checked in. So we can't get either to fall. Rockets trail by 11. Passes to McLemore. Stolen by Collins. Here's Parker. The Rockets pull it in. Here's McLemore. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Bill, it's no secret that your heart lies in Boston. Just what was it like growing up in and around that area?
Well, it's definitely the reason I like sports as much as I do, because it's so sports obsessed. A lot of it is cold weather stuff, I feel like, where there's 5 months a year that just stink, and then there's 3 other months that, you know, it's just smoking hot and humid. And so the sports makes everybody kind of crazy because you're crazy anyway. But there's nothing like being in Boston when something good's happening, like Celtics making an NBA playoff run, or the Bruins making a cup run, or the Red Sox in September when the Yankees are coming to town, or the Saturday before a Patriots game. You can kind of feel it as the community of it. That's the difference between here and a place like LA.
It's formed you as a professional, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. Here's Herter. 17 points for him last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
And the Rockets with possession here after the basket by Atlanta. Outside Gordon. Pass to Tucker. In the corner, Harden just 5 to shoot, and the lead is down inside single digits. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 9. The pass to Collins. Here's Crabbe. Collins kicks to Hunter. Here's Herter. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to Len. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Gordon.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
The Hawks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Herter passes to Crabbe. Fires top of the key. Misses off the right iron.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system, or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Young.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now here's Crabbe. Following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Hunter's got 9 points.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Pass to Tucker. And some nice passing there by Houston. Capella dishes to... Oh!
That was nice. And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
free throw good from Harden. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Herter. Stolen by Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
For Atlanta, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Crab. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Tucker. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Moving it up. And the dunk by Capella.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Atlanta calls timeout. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Rockets, 4th in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top 3.
And you know, Houston, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
Here's Westbrook after the basket by Atlanta. Green left side. Back to Westbrook. 5 on the clock. Capella inside. Len on him.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. So it's Atlanta now. The Rockets making the shot. Herter passes to Carter. Here's Hunter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And there, just through activity, Hunter keeps the pressure on the defense.
First trip to the line for him here.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
And the first one at the line is good.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Outside Westbrook. Green up on top. He kicks it to Harden. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Alex Len picks one up.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. The Rockets have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Capella. And a change for the Hawks. Young's checked in. Free throw good from Harden. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Cephalosha against Collins. And Vince Carter picks up a foul. That's his first foul. The Hawks making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Rockets trail by 5. Harden finds Cephalosha. Back to Harden. For 3, Westbrook. No good that time. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Now, here's Hunter, guarded by Green. Hunter dishes to Jones. Green with the rebound. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
To the right side. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Jones has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Now here is Carter. He's covered closely. And the 3 ball is good. And now it's a 10-point Atlanta lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And it's Cephalosha top the key. Back to Harden. Lays it up off the glass. Harden's got 25 points.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Houston making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Then for the Hawks, Parker's checked in for John Collins. And it's Reddish in for Hunter. And he sinks the second. Rockets trail by 9. Westbrook with it. He picked up 36 points in their last win against Miami.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Tucker finds Cephalosha. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jabari Parker. For Houston, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. Free throw good, Cephalosha. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Cephalosha hits both of them. And the Hawks with possession here. 7-point differential. Young passes to Jones. Young against Rivers. Shot from 12. Young's shot is off. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got 6 points in the quarter.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Pass to McLemore. Back to Rivers. There's 1:26 left in the second quarter. And that one is off. Bill, we so appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with us. Always feels like there's so much more to talk about, which means we got to get you back here, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And, Steve, you get the sense that no NBA topic is off limits when you talk to Bill Simmons.
He gets the discussion going, whether you agree or disagree with him. That's part of what makes sports fun. having those debates, and sometimes we get to see the players in the debate on the court.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. He's off on the first.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Now, here is Young. 17 points in the game. Carter looking around. Here's Parker. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
On the wing, Green. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
.41 seconds left in the first half. And here's Young. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. The Hawks have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. .32 seconds left to play in the first half. Parker's shot is off. Rockets trail by 11. Outside, Green. And the pass to McLemore. Kicks it to Rivers over Young. Rivers can't get it to go. It's Young on the wing. Banked in off the glass. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks.
Another area where Young excels, using the dribble to create space for his shot.
And so it's Atlanta going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half, James. I'm sure that ball security will be a focus in the second half.
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. There. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 20 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Man, we just saw the best of Trae Young. Unlimited range, can make plays for others, will always be at a size disadvantage, but refuses to let that stand in his way.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, the way I see it, they're losing this game because they're being out-rebounded. You can't give up this kind of differential and expect to remain competitive. So what do? You commit more guys to the glass, guards included. You make it a priority that if you do ultimately lose this game, it's not because you didn't rebound.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Rockets, Tucker and Capella are up front. Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. And it's Westbrook in at the point.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
That free throw, no good. Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. Not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Trae Young. Pass to Capella. Young against Westbrook. Over Young. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And for the Hawks, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Elbow shot is on the way. Young's shot is off. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Throws it up high. Stolen by Collins. Young with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Herter. That three off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And the rejection by Collins.
Excellent feel and timing. Collins does a good job of protecting the rim.
Hunter no good.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Young against Westbrook. Bounce pass Young. Hunter no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Capella trying to free himself up. That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got 6 in the quarter.
Doing great things at the offensive end. 3 for 4 to start this half.
The Hawks leading by 6. Young passes to Hunter. Outside Collins. Now the dish to Young. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Harden outside. Free throw line jump shot. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Lets a floater go. And Young with the nice bucket inside. And now a 10-point Atlanta lead. Westbrook kicks to Harden. Harden draws the double. And some nice passing there by Houston. And the basket by Gordon.
And so many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Here's Len, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella. For Atlanta, they have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And let's go quickly to the 2K leaderboard to see the ratings of the best passing two guards in basketball. James Harden, third.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Offensively, the two guards are so advanced. Their passing is the extra dimension that gives them the leg up on your typical NBA shooting guard.
He's off on the second. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
Young with no one around. The Hawks again can't hit.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Gordon for three. Rebound by the Hawks. Hunter's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Allen Crabbe, he's checked in for the Hawks. Passes it to Len. Back to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
And Harden with the stuff.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Atlanta with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Young, and Capella sends it back. There's the feed to Gordon. He kicks to Tucker. To the left wing. Lets it go with a 3. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Russell Westbrook.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Crabbe still looking for his first bucket in this one. Len lays it up and banks it in.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to Gordon. Now here's Capella. 6 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Gordon missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
The pass to Hunter. And no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Here's Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Young passes to Len. Offensive rebound. Here's Collins. A beautiful reverse layup. Collins has got 4 this quarter.
Efficient in the painted area. Collins has a purpose behind his actions.
Lob pass to Gordon. Tucker with the ball. Working on Collins. Back to Westbrook. On the wing, Gordon. Here's the three. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Westbrook.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Young from outside. And no good that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. Here's Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Have to be very careful when you're guarding Gordon. He's adept at putting pressure on the defense.
And he can't get the first one. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. PJ Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
House takes it from 10. That one a little long. Swiped it away. The 9-foot shot. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here is Young. 27 points for him. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. McLemore, no good. Atlanta leading by 5. Top of the key. And Parker with the basket on the assist from Young. Young's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Rivers. Here's another rebound. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
And he makes that one.
And all those second chance points have given them a boost here in the second half, and that's a great way to cut into the lead.
Here's Young. The 15-footer. That one off the back iron and out. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 5. And Jones sends it back. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Reddish. Drops in the breakaway layup. Reddish has got 10 points. Houston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Here's Rivers. 12 points for him. Pass to Gordon. Rocket 6. Over Reddish. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 7 points for Eric Gordon. The Hawks leading by 5. Here's Young. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Okay, incredible body control, the will to complete the play. Young with the potential and one.
You know, Greg, at Oklahoma, the long-range shooting of Trae Young drew eyes, but it seems it's his passing that's his most NBA-ready attribute.
How about Kevin? First player in history to lead D1 college basketball in points and assists. Top 10 in the league in dimes his rookie season. Young man has a chance to be special.
That free throw good from Young. And Smitty, the city of Atlanta, as you know, has really embraced Trae Young.
Kevin, they call him Ice Trae. The franchise handed him the keys, and he's running with it.
Now, here's Green. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. McLemore dishes to Capella. 5 to shoot. McLemore, the pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 21 rebounds.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Now here's Reddish, guarded by McLemore. Young for three, and he's good on the three ball. Young's got 33 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Out to the right wing. Cephalosha kicks to Capella. And some nice passing there by Houston. Passes it to Rivers. Here's McLemore. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And Jones slams it home.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a boon it was for the Rockets to be able to keep Clint Capella. A great fit with the team and gives them exactly what they need on the interior.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Vince Carter. And Greg Capella, who was taken near the end of the first round back in 2014 in the draft, has developed well during his time with Houston.
And Capella's game has really taken off in the last few seasons. He looks to be a double-double machine for this team for the next handful of years, and that is exactly what they need.
This is year 2 for Lloyd Pierce as an NBA head coach. Still in his early 40s, the Hawks, the perfect opportunity for him to grow and develop alongside his players.
The Hawks leading by 13. Young, right side. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Houston's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And Green gets it to go.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Huerter. And Capella sends it back. But they recover it. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .30 seconds left in the third quarter. The drive by Green. Atlanta's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line. Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
And Jones sends it back. The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. The Hawks leading by 11. Young with the ball. 33 points for him. One second left, and Capella sends it back. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Our whole problem is energy. Our whole problem is how fast we can run back, how fast we can turn around, how much we talk, how much we make multiple efforts. Nothing about what you guys' ability. It's about heart and soul and brain.
Well, you're not being aggressive, Greg. You risk getting burned.
And right now, that's what's happening. And Coach D'Antoni isn't pleased in the least bit.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Jones is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Reddish in at the small forward. Now here's Rivers. Here's Green. And Jones sends it back.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And the shot goes down. And that's 17 points for Cam Reddish.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Cephalosha. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Ben McLemore. And then for Atlanta, Alex Len comes in for Damian Jones. And Hunter subbed in for Trae Young. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 17-point lead, their biggest. Here's Reddish. Unable to get that one. Westbrook with the nice D there. It's tipped. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that. So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Atlanta leading by 15. Here's Herter. Knocks it loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Parker outside, 6 to shoot. Shoots over Tucker. They get a hand on it.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
Outside Westbrook. Outside Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else. Now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
And so he hits both. And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The Hawks leading by 13. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. It's Parker outside, rebounded by Capella. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Westbrook, no good. Hawks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Reddish, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Now here's Rivers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell-toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
Westbrook, no good.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Parker, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For the Rockets, Gordon's checked in for Green, and it's Harden in for Austin Rivers. Rockets trail by 16. Westbrook passes to Tucker. That shot is off. Good D by Parker.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Hunter, no good.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
And the basket by Harden.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
The Hawks leading by 16. Young taking his time here. Out to Parker. Wide open look. No good on the shot. And Houston the other way now. On the wing, Gordon. Up top, Tucker. Pass to Westbrook. Outside, Gordon. Capella trying to free himself up. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And it's blocked. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Parker's running. Atlanta again missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And the jam by Harden.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
And the Hawks making a change here. Collins is checked in. Now here's Collins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Herter, guarded by Harden. Herter, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Gordon, the pass to Tucker. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And here's Young. And there's the pass to Hunter. Inside, and he banks in the layup. Hunter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring.
Oh,
no, he didn't.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Young passes to Herter. Outside Collins. Hunter kicks to Young. Clock at 6. And Capella sends it back. The drive by Gordon. That one falls.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Young. It's rebounded by Houston, and it's Houston's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. Atlanta leading by 8. Here's Herter. Now, here's Collins. Pass to Len. Collins with it, defended by Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Clock at 2. Here's Hunter. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Rockets trail by 8. Outside Westbrook. Lays it up off the glass. Westbrook's got 16 points here in the second half.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Outside Collins. And here's Young from the arc. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And 12 points for Alex Len.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Young against Westbrook. Harden, no good. Atlanta leading by 8. Shoots, and Herter gets it to go.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Harden outside. Gordon with no one around. Offline with his 3.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
Hunter. It's good. And now a 12-point Hawks lead.
So versatile offensively. When Hunter gets in a rhythm, he's capable of carving up a defense.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Young against Westbrook. Puts it up. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Tipped away. It's stolen by Capella. Gordon with it. Guarded by Hunter. Len with the block. Harden the pass to Gordon. Goes back up. And that one hits back iron. It's deflected. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And Herter gets it to go. And the Hawks lead by 10.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Here's Harden on the wing. Feeds to Capella. Passes it to Westbrook. From deep. Drops in the tray. Westbrook's got 9 points in the quarter.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter, and the officials call a traveling violation. There's 1:17 left to play here in the fourth. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Len.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
The Hawks leading by 5. Young with the ball. Here's Tucker. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Young. The Rockets making the shot. In the corner. Herter with it. Yes! There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Harden right side. Shoots it. That one misses. And Atlanta will come the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, tough break for him there. But they'd have a tough time coming back from this deficit no matter who's on the floor.
Houston making a switch here. Rivers checked in. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're trailing by 7. 23 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
They are left picking up the remains of their game plan. Better luck next time.
.23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Huge collapse on defense. No reason to allow a wide open look off the inbounds play.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're in front by 4. 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Knocked loose and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
And so here is Houston. 4-point game. And here's Green outside. They grab their own miss. Chandler. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, is Chandler a difference maker defensively? The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds. And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Big moment at the line. As poised as you get, this thing is done.
Green kicks to Rivers. Hangs in the air. Good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, you guys really got after it tonight. Is this the kind of mentality you want to impose on the other team?
Just as long as I stay aggressive, don't rush the game, don't get outside of my game, but continue to play hard.
Well, you got your teammates looking for you tonight, Jabari. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.